Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome to another video regarding the goings-on with Minecraft style and things and stuff. A lovely topic that I'm sure you're not at all sick and tired of hearing about at this point, but nonetheless, I figured I would give you a status update on sort of what's been happening. So as you can no doubt tell by the title, Minecraft style is once again down, or more accurately blocked in basically everywhere. So, well, this is, I should mention, just a continuation of what was going on before. It's not a new claim or anything of the sort. It's still Sony Universal. Basically, as I had mentioned in the last video talking about the topic, once I contested that original claim, Sony and Universal have 30 days to respond to it. Sony responded pretty quickly. They just denied, reinstated the claim. But Universal took a while. Now that may have been because they didn't see the initial email, holiday, so on and so forth. But either way, yesterday, they came back and did just what Sony did and reinstated the claim, and sure enough, the video is back to being in the same state that it was back 29 days ago, or however long that was. Funny enough, Universal came back with their deny just like a day or two before we would have been in the clear, and that may very well be why, is that YouTube sends some sort of automated email saying, hey look, you still haven't fucked these people over, so would you like to do that? And they're like, yes we would. So you know, that's what's happening, and at this point, I'm just going to be talking to lawyers and sort of getting a basic grip of the situation and seeing what the best course of action is at this point. And we'll see where it goes from there. And again, I will let you know when significant headway has or has not been made and we've sort of figured out what we're going to be doing. So that's what's up. I can't tell you if and when it will go back up, so yeah, there are plenty of copies out there that people have uploaded, so I guess you'll still be able to watch it. It just won't necessarily be on my channel for the time being, although hopefully we can keep our fingers crossed that at some point in the near future it will be. But what I wanted to do was sort of, this is going to be sort of a rant, but what can I say? Casting aside all legal things and stuff, I just wanted to look at this from sort of a logical perspective. And basically, so our music video, it doesn't harm the original. It doesn't make people view the original in a negative light. It doesn't substitute for the original. It doesn't mislead people away from clicking on the original to click on ours instead. In fact, it does the exact opposite. In fact, I'm sure that a great deal of people who saw ours, who either hadn't seen the original, or, well, in the case of Gangnam Style, let's be honest, 99% of the people who saw ours had seen the original before, given the wild popularity of it. But, in fact, it certainly encourages people to go back and rewatch the original to, especially in our case, sort of compare the two and see, wow, look at how closely they were able to recreate these scenarios in a Minecraft setting. In fact, there was a video, I think it was removed, again, lovely, that did a side-by-side of ours and the original, which, man, it had like 3.5 million views or something, and it only shows just how much people would be interested in sort of going back and comparing the two. And I'm sure that that number, 3.5 million, pales in comparison to how many people maybe just brought up another tab or another window and put the two side by side and sort of watched them to compare. Let's even say like 10 million people did that. That's 10 million people who wouldn't have necessarily gone back and rewatched the original, which, okay, let's be honest, 10 million in the scheme of Gangnam Style billion views and counting, it's not that much, but still that's 10 million views, which is a pretty significant amount in any other light. And that certainly doesn't hurt anyone, those extra 10, and again, that's just a random number I'm plucking out of thin air, but still, it only helps. And that's really it. So, I mean, again, from a logical perspective, this video helps the original, brings more traffic to the original, brings more attention to it, and really nothing other than that. Then, when the record company comes along, in our case, and says, oh, we don't like this, shut this down. I mean, again, I don't know if it was necessarily automated and they just, when we contested this claim. They just didn't necessarily go back, watch the video, and check it. It could be a misunderstanding at this point. Who knows? But, you know, just in general, when the record company says, hey, we don't like this, shut this down, then any and all attention that was coming from our video is, well, it's no longer there. So you're losing out on that traffic. And B, it creates that very negative publicity, and that you're shutting down this creative outlet that is only helping the original. So it's these two negatives that wouldn't be there otherwise. So anyway, again, this is casting aside any legal stuff, which I'm not going to say without lawyers or anything in a public setting, but just, again, looking at it from a logical perspective, it's like it does nothing but help. So, you know, anyway, that's all I can really say on the topic. I know a lot of people have brought up the point that there are still all these other Gangnam Style parodies that are up and running. Nothing has happened to them. And while that is unfair, it really bears no impact on our situation. That really, you can't look at that and sort of be like, hey, but these guys doesn't matter, unfortunately. If only. But anyway, that's what's happening. And hopefully keep our fingers crossed that things work out for the best, but you never know. So, well, despite that, I will be uploading like a Gangnam Style sort of speed art thing, similar to what's been done in the past for Revenge and Fallen Kingdom by ChuTunes, and that'll be up like in the next few days. But again, you won't be able to go back and rewatch our upload of the original because, well, it's not there at the moment. So, just as a heads up. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, dudes, and hope for the best, and I'll see you next time.